South Africa is facing a new legal and political controversy after President Cyril Ramaphosa asked retired Constitutional Court Justice Sisi Khampepe to step down as chair of a crucial inquiry into apartheid-era crimes. But in a dramatic twist, Khampepe has refused to resign.
President Cyril Ramaphosa says he would not have appointed Justice Sisi Khampepe as chairperson of the inquiry into the failure to prosecute apartheid-era crimes had he known of her previous role at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Ramaphosa says he asked her to step down when he learned of her previous positions. Ramaphosa filed papers at the South Gauteng High Court saying he will not object should a court order her recusal. Now, former Presidents Jacob Zuma and Thabo Mbeki are challenging her role in court. They argue she should recuse herself over concerns about possible bias. Khampepe has declined to step down and will remain chair unless a court orders her removal.
This standoff is raising serious questions about justice, accountability, and the unfinished business of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. The inquiry was created to investigate why many apartheid-era crimes identified by the TRC were never prosecuted. After the end of apartheid, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission documented thousands of human rights violations. Many perpetrators were expected to face prosecution if they did not receive amnesty. But decades later, critics say many cases were simply ignored or delayed. Families of victims have long accused the government and prosecutors of failing to deliver justice. President Cyril Ramaphosa says he only later discovered that Justice Sisi Khampepe previously served as a commissioner at the TRC. Because of that role, Ramaphosa argues there could be a conflict of interest. The new inquiry is supposed to investigate whether authorities failed to act on the TRC's findings. According to Ramaphosa, someone who was part of the original commission might not be seen as fully impartial. In court papers filed at the South Gauteng High Court, the president said he would not oppose a legal request for Sisi Khampepe to recuse herself. Despite the president's request, Justice Sisi Khampepe has refused to step down. Her position suggests she believes her previous role does not disqualify her from leading the inquiry. Legal observers say the matter could now turn into a court battle over judicial independence and executive authority. Why this matters? This inquiry is extremely important. It could determine whether political interference or institutional failure prevented prosecutions for some of the worst crimes committed during apartheid. For many families of victims, the issue is simple. Will there finally be justice after more than 30 years? Now, the courts may have to decide whether Justice Sisi Khampepe should remain in charge of the inquiry or step aside. One thing is certain: South Africa is once again confronting the unfinished legacy of apartheid.